Should be already. Should already be live, but it acts like it isn't. Can you see the stream? Yeah. Okay. Another day of live stream, low overcast. Thanks for joining the stream. I do have a chat box. And I'm still trying to figure out how that works. It's supposed to come up on my window. Oh, I think I see it. I got it kind of small there. Time for me to go work on my little wall and see how that goes. I have so much I have to do in this game, and I really got to get to work on it because I have a lot to do. Let's see, how do I... I'm not sure where his ramp used to be to go down to the road, so I don't know, I have to follow it. Oh crap, and I just fell off the wall. That didn't tickle. Okay, let me get down here. I gotta farm a lot of stone. What do we have here? A little dwarf trying to mess with me. Go away. I'm still waiting for people to send me their spooky stories to read during live chat. They have to be your own stories, though. And I think I'm using the wrong arrows. I don't want to use my flame arrows on hunting deer. Flame arrows, you want to use those on trolls or on the big nasty dwarfs that are kind of rough to deal with. You want to use the flame arrows on those. And I still have so much work to do to get this little wall built to go around the base. So, I think later on this evening, I might stream some Dead by Daylight. I'm hoping they still have their 2 versus 8 on there because that's a lot of fun. The 2 versus 8 that they get on there sometimes. Need to get some more stone so I can build my cheap little wall here. When I move on to the next biome, I'll have to... I don't know where I'll make my next base at, like what biome I'll be in. But the swamp is... it's a fun biome, but it's a difficult biome. Because you have to deal with the little zombie like, not really pirates. They're more like, I guess you would consider like ancient Vikings or something. Something along those lines. So, you have those, and then you have like these little specter things that can come down out of the trees and get you. And then of course, then there's the leeches. And the skeletons. So there's a lot more in that biome. A lot more dangers in that biome. But it's usually the biome after that one that I'll build a base in, because you can grow everything that there is to grow in that biome. So there's like certain things that will only grow in specific biomes, and I forget which one it is that you can grow pretty much everything. So that's the one that I'd like to get to, but that's gonna take me a while. I have a feeling I have to kill this boar. That's okay, it's more food, I guess. I need to pick... I need a chest over here so I can stack my rocks in it. So let me see if I can make a chest. And this is just to put my stones in, because I don't want to just carry so many stones and then I have to keep going back. I'd rather farm all the stone first and fill this chest up with the stone. And then I can work on my wall for a little bit. Now I need to go repair my things. Let's see if I have any wood stashed, because I need to build another workbench. It's like I was saying yesterday, when you want to build, you have to put the workbenches out to cover the proximity of the area that you're wanting to build in. It's like a little radius. So, now once you get those built, once you get whatever it is you're wanting to build, once you get it made, you can kind of tear down. Like, I don't think I'll need to work on these walls over here anymore. So I could tear these workbenches back down. But if it's something that you're going to be, an area that you're going to be building in or working on for a while, you'll need to keep a workbench there. I swear my character's always eating. Okay, let me see. Let me put this. I'm gonna put my workbench down. Here. Put it right in here somewhere. That's a good spot. And now I'm gonna go back to getting my cheap little wall built. Actually, I'm gonna take this stone out right here. So that's just a key thing that you want to remember when you play this game. If you're just starting out and you want to protect your base, you can use the stone to build like a cheap little beginner wall until you start getting materials that you can make a fancy wall. But usually people just use this kind of wall throughout the whole game. I mean, or they'll build one really high upraised platform and build their little town on top of it, because nothing can get to it. Me personally, I don't really necessarily like to do it that way, but in some of the more dangerous biomes, you kind of want to do it that way, because it just keeps, like, you'll have farms and stuff, and it'll keep those farms from getting destroyed. So you do want to do it that way, since it's fast. Like, nothing can tear up your farms if it's up on a really high platform, like a raised platform that nothing can get to. It is a pretty smart way to do things, I think. So, because you don't want to spend all your time in the game constantly having to repair your fences or your houses, buildings and stuff. So, it does kind of keep that from happening. Like, you won't have to constantly repair stuff because your entire village is up on top of a mound that nothing can get to. So it doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily appealing, but it does work as a time saver if you don't want to be repairing from raids all the time. like some of these parts where the wall's kind of down low, or where there's like a little bit of an edge to climb up on, that I'll want to raise up more, because you don't want your wall to be like have like a little area that can be climbed up on. So you want to kind of be like straight and steep, basically. I mean, that won't give you a whole lot to walk on top of if you're like wanting it to have an area that you can walk on. So I have to go up there and I'll need to fix that. But for now I want to get a lot of the stone gathered first and in the chest, and then start building with it. And as you get like your tool upgrades and stuff, it won't be so time consuming to gather resources. Just getting up to that point is time consuming. Always best if you get one of these little dwarfs coming along, you're always best just killing it straight away. Otherwise it'll just keep annoying you the entire time. And I think it's kind of funny how in some games they make the dwarves like either characters that you can play or these cute little short dudes and dudettes with beards. But in this game, they're NPCs and they're little evil shits. So, I don't know, I always thought that was kind of odd with this game, that they kind of made the dwarves like little evil NPCs that attack you with rocks and things. But in other games, they're like playable characters and they're cute and funny and things like that. So, I don't know, I always thought that was strange about this game. But I guess, I mean, I think the majority of this game is just based on lore. And since it's like Valhalla and all that stuff, which I don't know a whole ton about. Yeah, that's what I mean, like the Norse. I guess the dwarves weren't so nice in their mythology. How they ended up friendly in a lot of the other ones is completely beyond me. I mean, I guess friendly based on, you know, your perspective, like based on where you are with them, I suppose. I'm not sure entirely the word I'm looking for there, but now my friend who is preoccupied at the moment, would be all over me about this Norse mythology because he knows it really well. But, and I'm sure he will, if he ends up hearing me, he's gonna give me a lesson on it. So we'll all learn something. And I have to admit, a lot of that stuff is pretty interesting, like the old Roman days and the Roman deities and stuff that they believed in and things like that. Now I don't agree with it. I think it's other things that they're actually worshiping, but I still think their stories behind a lot of their deities are kind of interesting, like the Greeks and stuff like that. Yeah, their appearance is definitely not very nice on this game. And they are evil in this game. They're nasty little shits that constantly annoy you. They are evil in this game as well, so I guess that would be part of the Norse mythology, I suppose. I mean, I guess the whole Valhalla stuff is part of Norse mythology. I noticed like there's a ton of videos out there just on YouTube alone on Valheim. Yeah, I guess it does depend on the type of dwarf, but in this case, they're evil and annoying and ugly little shits that throw rocks at you. Or come up and try and hit you while you're busy. See what I mean? They just come up and... It's like when you were a kid and you always had that other neighbor kid that would just constantly try and bully you or annoy you or pick on you whenever you were busy with something and your back was turned. mean, that's kind of what it reminds me of. So, the goal of my wall, I think I already mentioned, is I just want to keep the trolls and the dwarves out during raids. I don't want them tearing up my buildings. And I mean, it's gonna take me a little bit because I have to pretty much build a wall around this entire little village here. So I'll have to take it from here and then go over that way around this building down into the woods and pretty much all the way over to the sea. But this is what's gonna keep me from having to deal with the raids. The annoying raids. Now later on the raids are kind of handy because you can get resources from whatever's raiding your village. But in the very beginning they're pretty annoying. And you don't really want to deal with them. Do that. One of the crappy parts about building these cheap little walls too is you're adjusting the height. Sometimes you'll slide off the side of it, and it's not real easy to get back up there because remember your goal is to build it so nothing can climb up it, which also includes you. Go back and gather some more stone. And when you're like doing this kind of terraforming, you go through stone like mad. So I'll need to go repair my pick and go back to getting a bunch of stone again. And it's not like stone is in short supply. I mean, it's all over the place. It's just you have to like do this tedious, you know, gather so many piles or stacks of it and go put it in a chest and then go back and get some more. And that's the part that can be somewhat annoying, but it is well worth it. Because once you have your walls up, you don't have to worry so much about the raids. And then that allows you to have time to do other things, which is my goal once I get this wall up encircled around this village. I want to get my forges made and start working on bringing copper in. You get copper and you get tin, and then you forge those and you can make better equipment, like better tools. and better armor. Yeah, it's a game that'll keep you busy, and if that's your goal, if you just want something to sink your time into that's fun, where you can be creative, you can craft, um, or you can role play with friends. If you want to play it alone, you can play it alone. You can mod this game. It's got a lot of mods for it. So it is a pretty fun game. Especially if you want to be creative. If you want to relax, this is a good game to relax. Just kind of play leisurely, whatever. Although I will say, this is probably the last game of the day that I should play instead of being the first one. Because by the time I stop playing this and I go on to play something else like Phasmophobia, or if I go on to play Dead by Daylight, those games are a little bit more, you know, they require a little bit more adrenaline. They kind of get you adrenaline going a little more. So this should probably be the game that I play last during the day. So if anybody has any questions about the game, or you want to know something about like a tip or something, you can always let me know, like either in the chat or send me an email, and I'm happy to help. Oh, another workbench. Wow, I'm gonna have like 15 tons of workbenches by the time I'm done building this wall. the other things, I think I'll do is I'll try and stream on a different stream like Twitch. Also to try and just get my name and my channel out there. Because one of the hardest parts about getting started with streaming and stuff is getting an audience, and the only way you can get an audience is if people know that you even exist. And you know, unless you're one of those types of people that can just, you know, have absolutely no problem with randomly spamming people with your channel. I mean, I suppose that would work too, but I really don't want to do things that way. I'd rather have people find my channel because they're interested or they want to find it. I don't want them to be spammed by, hey, come check out this channel. This is such a pretty game. Out here getting some stone. I see some berry bushes that I can pick. Raspberries. And later on you can make pies and stuff with the raspberries. And I think a jam. And what else? I don't know if you can make drinks with these or not. I don't remember. there's a fish right here next to me in the water. And fishing is another thing in this game I really enjoy. I would really like to have a bigger area than this around my village, but for right now, it's gonna have to work. I forget things so easily sometimes, so if I am in the middle of doing something or talking about something and I get quiet, it's kind of because my brain kind of just blanks out sometimes. Not on purpose. Not 100% sure what causes that, but I mean, I'm sure it happens to everybody to some degree, but oh, I needed to repair my pickaxe, and that's what I mean about your equipment will get better as you get resources and you can upgrade your equipment. It does improve. You don't have to like run back and constantly repair every 2 seconds. If I really need to bring my... May not need to bring my wall all the way down here, but it's still a good idea to get it down a good ways. Yeah, but I don't... I don't really know what to do about it other than build this wall around it. I think I put my stone in here somewhere. Yeah, but if you don't know where they respawn from, it's going to be hard to determine that. Stone. I go through stone like super quick trying to build these walls. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh. Does it really? I don't know if it gives you enough stone as just farming regular stone, does it? I think I attempted this before and I never did get it to flatten out. I just ended up with a bunch of lumpy land everywhere. think this is working out too well for me. It takes a minute, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a drink here in a second too. My throat's all got a tickle in it. I have to go repair my tools again. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break here and I'll be right back.